Chạy rõ. Chạy này.
𝗏𝗏 are not dark nonsense. 𝗏𝗏 are not giving them strength. But this is what ours.
Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to beautiful, beautiful Barbados. My co-star is telling me that you all know exactly where we are, and I would expect that for sure, especially for the knowledgeable ones around this morning. What a beautiful, beautiful day it is. As you would have seen, it was payback this morning already. First thing is, she gave me a lot of static in the comments about my driving. I do not know what she was doing, and getting a lot of an agreement from other people like Switch Mary and stuff, so you know what will happen. She will get dealt with as well. And then also she came down here and gave me a strike on the beach officially. So what did I have to do? Put her on camera without her knowledge. Is that not amazing? That was so much fun. She's still here fretting and quarreling about it, but don't mind, we're gonna have a beautiful morning with you. If you're not sure where we are, we're at the hot pot. Now there's a big sign saying here, do not swim here, strong currents, etc. If you're knowledgeable about this area, or if you hang around with locals that are in this area, you'll be fine. I'm not gonna tell you come and swim, because the sign says do not swim, so I don't go against those kind of signs. I'm just gonna say if you're careful, or you know here, you will be fine. Just don't mess around here when there's a big north swell or anything like that there. So good morning to each and every one of you all. Of course, I want to say hello from me, of course, just to say good morning to you. I got compared to DJT yesterday. I guess any of you all know who that is, saying that my self-praise was like DJT. I am better than DJT. DJT is saying nothing in comparison to me. I am the best of all. I'm not rated behind anyone else or equivalent. I am the absolute best, you know. I'm the handsome and perfect Bajan warrior. So DJT, step back, because you can't come into my light at all. Good morning to each and every one of you all. As usual, we're going to start this morning with Serenity Prayer. Look at these beautiful clouds. This morning it was pouring rain at the castle before we left. You know, the co-star was threatening not to come out. She said she would stay inside of the truck, etc, etc, but there's no way that's going to happen. So I brought 𝗷𝗃cie water force field. I hope you have yours as well, because we may need it this morning. She's listening closely, so I'm going to whisper this very carefully, because she's trying to listen. I'm trying to malicious at what I'm saying, because she has on a delay. Look at her there, look. Hello. Alright, so we can look back in direction of those clouds for you. Peace and serenity, that's what we're praying for. If you'd like to join us, please do so. This is a prayer that calms me all the time, that so long as I can understand it, although I've heard it many times, I understood it many times, if I don't understand it every time, then it's a waste of time. Just need to sit down, understand what this prayer is saying, and you will find the calmness, hopefully, that I've found. It's called a serenity prayer. Those who'd like to join us, please do so now. All others, we'll be back with you in a few moments' time. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen. If you're unaware of where we are, this is the 𝗃𝗃 factory, etc, etc. It's known as the Malibu Beach Facility and Malibu Factory. However, that net has gone through a name change, but we can all associate it with Malibu and 𝗃𝗃, because most of you would know that as well. I have some Barbadians down here that said they want to say good morning to you all. I have someone down here that says he wants to tell us a joke. Remember, I have asked him to keep it PG, but he may bring something out. So you all be careful. If you have any children around, get some cotton wool, stick it in their ears. Good morning to each and every one of you all. We have right now 40 people online, and by the end of the day, over 1,000 people will be seeing this vlog. So y'all will become the movie stars of our vlog for this morning. Water is perfect.
Good money too.
Man, well, I don't do it for money though. So I do it for a journey. This is God's request of me. So I do it, share all the peace and love and blessings that He gives me with everyone else. Now, let's hear your Joe. Are you ready for it? So first of all, would you like to introduce yourself? Your name is Dennis. Awesome. And you are?
My name's June.
June and Rodney and Trish. Awesome. And the person is going to tell us our joke. Get the children ready with all the air muffs and stuff.
Wesley, but my name is King 𝗃𝗃 III.
King who?
𝗃𝗃.
King 𝗃𝗃 III?
Yeah.
Alright, my brother. Let me hear your joke. You had one for the family.
Yeah. I had this math teacher. He told the fellas that today is my birthday.
Right.
So celebrate with me. And I signed the happy birthday song for him.
Right.
And when they finished, he said, I wonder if anybody in this forum could tell me to guess how old I am. First one to get up, 49, sir. He said, no. Now, if I was 47, sir. He said, no. One fellow was 40, I was 30. I am. No, not so young. Any bad boy in the class, get up. Sir, you got to be 44. You see, you're correct. But how you so confident and how you know? Simple, master. I got a brother home, an older brother than me home. He's 22, and he's a half idiot. You want another? You want another one?
I want that one, man. I want that one, man. Why not, man? We go in for that one for sure.
You know they got jigs marked 4x4?
Yes.
Like Dennis got one.
Okay.
Marked 4x4.
Right.
This madman see jig marked 4x4 and take out your nail and scribing equals 16. when the man come and see Van, he was cruel. And he went to the body man and the paint man and they fixed it up. And he was a fool when the parker back the same place. The madman come and say, how this man again on a mass? Take out the nail and went deep at the time. Equals 16.
Uh-huh.
So there was cruel in order to decide the painters are good, be creative. He said, know something? I can actually paint him equals 16. And he did. And it worked for 6 months.
Okay.
But what happened? The madman was down Jenkins. When the madman come out and look, he said, like up in front of 4 equals 16. He took out the nail right, correct!
Thanks, brother. Bring some good baby. You want your family.
You want another one?
No, I gotta stop with 2 for now. But I gotta come back and see you in a few weeks' time again.
No problem.
Alright, my brother. So as you can see, we got a lot of people in this pool that come on in the morning and enjoy this kind of humor and this kind of 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗲 hospitality. You all are seeing Barbadians at their real. This is real Barbados scene this morning. Thanks again, family. Really appreciate it. You got 100 of them?
I got behind it.
Okay, well I can come back to you many times. If you give me 2 a day, I'll see you 50 times this year. Alright, my brother. You take care. Huh? See, I know the math too, you know.
Once somebody tell me one, another one is coming.
Awesome.
I had that for a long time.
Perfect. Thanks again. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Yeah. No, don't guess how old I am. You see? My name is Nick and this is Jeanette. Nick and Jeanette. I'm known as the Bajan warrior. I fight for peace and love and happiness and kindness, serenity and care. All the positives.
So good for everybody.
Awesome, my brother. You all have a great day, okay? Thanks very much. Alright, so you've heard some great Bajan. Yeah. Oh, this Pat. Pat, good morning. Would you like to say hello to the world?
Not particularly.
Not particularly. Alright, no problem. Well, you said not Pat. That's what happened. You set me up. You got another joke for me. You post free on me this morning. Alright, you take care of my brother. Cool. Alright, so you see the Bajan humor, the Bajan fun. What a lovely way to start it. You know, we always seem to find something different. No matter how many times we go somewhere, something happens that changes it and makes it somewhat different. And that's why I really don't fear going anywhere, because every time we go somewhere, we talk a little bit more nonsense. As you will see on Saturdays, our host on a Saturday talks bare nonsense all the time. She makes it as a historical facts, you know, don't even realize what she's saying. And then you will see shots of thoughts. It steals my gimbal, holds on to my gimbal and has a great time now. I don't know if we can get the coastal to leave this water this morning because it's just warm and lovely. Warm right down to the water, and if you go just to the south of the hot pot, the currents are carrying the water back in that direction, so it's absolutely beautiful. For those of you who have never been to the hot pot, we are just on the Mighty Grinder Highway. Some of you may know it's the Spring Garden Highway from before. You would turn in, not the turn in that takes you into the Light and Power Station. You would turn in one that will take you to Rascals, or will take you down into Brighton Beach, and then you will take your right turn at the bottom and continue to the end. It is a dead end where you will see any vehicles parked. So we've got some parking here, but it gets pretty busy, so sometimes we come down here not find a park. Beautiful. Now most of the people down here well, I would say everybody here, don't mind someone said they did not want to give you all the greeting. That was because they did not like my co-star. She liked me and she was ready to give me the greeting, and she saw the co-star in the water, said, nah, she's too much trouble. She's the one who troublesome ones. I am not telling them anything. So that is what happened this morning. Do not take it that it's me. It was certainly nothing to do with me, because everyone loves Nick. Beautiful, beautiful morning. Can't really see any sunrise this morning. You can see the sun attempting it, but multiple layers of clouds. At the moment, sun having a real challenge to come through. Right, that is the rum factory. They used to have a beach facility here known as the Malibu Beach Club. That used to have hundreds of people on the beach. In those days, the beach was nothing like it is now. Much, I would say, when that closed officially as a beach facility, this beach is approximately half as wide. So you see a lot of people on the beach. Used to get quite a few hundred people down here on morning tours and afternoon tours, shuttled from obviously the British Strong Harbour. However, that closed its doors, and then there are many other ones that sprung up, especially in 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃 Bay. Originally in 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃 Bay there was only a boatyard, and then from there on everything spread into beach facilities. Harbour Lights, as you would know, and then we had Lobster Alive, and other ones that have sprung up along the way, of course. The newest one being Savvy, which is the biggest one on the block, you have to say. Alright, so we're going to take 360 here, just to let you all know, although I do not have the authority to strike, I would like to officially give a strike to you all know who, and that's not me, that's her. Because this morning she forgot the beach towels at home that I put on the line. She forgot my bag for our Skywater Force field. She forgot everything this morning. So
every word.
I got down here and she said to me, "Where are the towels?" I said, "Well, they're in the back." She said, "No, you put them on the chair yesterday." That would mean that she knew and I did not know. "Where's the bag for your umbrella?" "Oh, you have it on the line at home." Oh, so she knew, I did not know. So it's her fault. Straight going her way, don't mind. Alright, we're gonna take a little walk this morning, not do too much. We're gonna walk in direction.
And then you shut me right up.
Hold on a sec, I gotta put some distance. I gotta put some distance between me and her. Hold on a second, give me a minute. Hold on a minute, hold on a minute. You have to walk at half speed, you cannot keep up with me. Anyhow, beautiful, beautiful morning down here. As you see, multiple different routes that this forms. Many times you could come down here and find waters going straight out to the sea, like through this bank in here and through the high tide and stuff today. Some seawater will come over. You can also see the traces of some sargassum, very light sargassum on the beach here, and that's where the high tide would be coming in and going into the actual inside section. But all this water is being pumped out of the Barbados Light and Power Station. Originally, Barbados Light and Power main station was in Bay Street by the Pebbles Beach. They used to have the original hot pot by Pebbles Beach. It was a massive round structure that was on in the water itself, cast iron structure. You will still see the remnants of that piping that used to go down there by the big sod stones or in the water directly in front of the Dipper's bar. And that is where it used to be. However, because of the expansion and necessity to increase the size of or the amount of wattage being put out, they had to construct a new station, and that is down here in the Spring Garden Highway or the Mighty Griner Highway. I'm going to refer to it as both. We're going to pay respects to Mighty Griner, as he was our road march king. That is what he's been recognized for, and that's why this highway has been renamed after him, because the Mighty Griner Highway is where most of the crop overs end. This is our highlight. Our big jump up there ends down here on the Spring Garden, formerly known as Spring Garden. But this substation, or this station here now, what you're seeing here are the water that's being pumped out from the actual diesel turbine engines that is used to actually cool them down while they're operating, is then pumped out through pipes into this area here. And it depends on the sea conditions as to how the actual outlay of the currents come out into the water. Right now you have the sand that's built up in between, as we've mentioned before, and you can see it runs sort of like parallel to the actual coastline itself, and then it comes out a little further on. However, just behind, you will see where it was running, way up inside there, you can see the actual erosion from the running water. So the currents and the tides and the large swells, we had north swells, would have pushed the sand further inside of here, causing it to sort of like detour inward, obviously looking for the weakest form of resistance. You will find it all over here. Sometimes you'll find it running to the south, or the southeast I should say, all different types of ways. So you can come down here 1 week and then come back another week and see something totally different. Today's currents are coming from the north going to the south. Therefore, all of the water that's coming in, the sea here is running back in this general direction. So all of this sea here really warm. But please do not come into the sea down here unless you're a very experienced and strong swimmer, especially in front of the hot pot, because they're all kind of funny currents out here. You know, you don't want to get swept out the fishing boats and stuff. That's the general direction you'll get taken in. If you're not a strong swimmer, I would recommend staying in the hot pot, close to the hot pot itself, where you see some locals. And then if you want to go in the sea, I would go further down into somewhere like 𝗀𝗶𝘃 or in the other direction onto Brighton Beach. I wouldn't come directly in front of here or immediately in front of here, but to the sides of it's alright. You don't want to get caught up in these mixed currents. If there's a north swell, I'm going to ask you, please do not go near this hot pot. Do not go near the sea down here. We've lost many Bajans and also visitors that have been in the hot pot and have lost their footing and have got swept by a large north swell and carried out into the 𝗷𝗶𝘃𝗀𝗏 fishing boats, and unfortunately did not make it back in. So please do not fool around here. The sign is not as a joke. The sign is to make you alert of how dangerous it is. However, like in everything else, bungee jumping, which is dangerous and stuff, if you follow the right rules and regulations, you should be safe. So please do not fool around down here. Do not take chances. My grandfather, grandmother, all the older people used to tell you there's no back door to the sea. So in other words, you can go into the sea, but it doesn't mean you're going to come out unless you come back in the same place. So you've got to be real careful. All right, we can do our first circle of love this morning for you. It's going to be a true circle of love, because I'm going to be circling with my co-star this morning. Get ready. Here we go. A little bit of silence. Be really happy about this. It doesn't happen too often with me. Here we go. Well, I can see straight off, we thought that our host is going to have a very, did I say very difficult time on Saturday? She's going to have a very difficult time on Saturday, because I have seen her comments this morning. I've seen her stirring up the ants' nest, and I've seen all the ants coming out and they're biting me all around my ankles, so she knows that she's going to have an extremely hard time. And I really don't care, host, if for some reason it wasn't you that instigated it, you went along with it. So you know they say already, you're an accomplice to the fact, so that's what's going to happen. I want to give you an overhead view of the sky a little bit. You can do a little bit of a spin around here, just to let you see the variations in colors and the depth of these clouds and how beautiful down here is this morning. Multiple layers offering like wave kind of formations in the sky, just beautiful. I didn't say this is a circle of love. I said look at the sky. If you all knew what distractions are being done right now to make me talk and to make me go off a subject, y'all would not believe. Y'all would say, oh no, not her. She's so innocent and so cute and so sweet. But anyone looking at this smile will know that she is not that cute and that innocent. She's of course beautiful, but wicked. That's why she has the name of being the most troublesome one for sure. All right, we're gonna walk. I said we were gonna walk a long time ago. We really haven't gone anywhere. This is feeling like one of the original 𝗀𝗶𝘀𝗀𝗃 Saturdays, where we just stood up on the beach and talked nonsense. But you know, we're not talking nonsense this morning. You all are hearing all these facts and figures, which you'll probably never hear, and all the truth obviously coming from my mouth, because nothing else but truth comes from my mouth. All right, so this is the area that kids would get in real trouble. You can see how strong the current is here coming off of the water that's being sent over to the power station. The sand is very soft here, so if you brought a child in here, I mean a child like 2, 3, 4, anything like that there, and they try to stand up, they'll probably sink in the sand and get swept away into these currents and be gone. So please exercise caution whenever you come down here, all the time. Even if it looks good and you see people down here in the sea or people in the hot pot, please exercise caution. Do not come down here and just because you see 2 or 3 people in the sea, go and play, you're going to jump in the sea or something. Just make sure, watch it for a little while, because you know we do, as I said before, we have lost Bajans here as well as visitors, so you just don't come down here and jump in and see when you see people around. Just scan it yourself, make some observations, and then go in and see. Pretend you're surfing. Sit down, watch your sets, which would be the currents and the rips, and then when you see where you want to line up, which would be where you will go and swim, you come in the water and do what you have to do. Again, the old trail that was here last time when I came down here on one of our Saturday strolls with the family. That was the trail that was coming out into the water, so it has changed considerably, and you can see now the new trail that we talked about before. Just above where we were, there's a big pond that runs parallel to the beach, to the sea again. That is where it used to run or has run on occasions as well, so it does change a lot. So conditions today will not be the same tomorrow, or possibly not be the same tomorrow, so please exercise the caution I mentioned. I keep mentioning caution, and sometimes I thought it'd be morbid about how people have drowned and stuff, but I want people to understand how serious this ocean can be. This west coast, like a lake, like a mill pond, we like to refer to it as sometimes. However, when you get the deadly north swells and stuff, this can turn into as serious a situation as the east coast or the south coast in like March and April when it's really cranking. So you just be careful. The colors this morning of this sky are breathtaking. Absolutely stunning. I hope you all are being able to pick it up in resolution. The yellows and the oranges and the pinks and stuff. I'm getting some distractions here again. I do not want to tell you what's going on. I would just tell you that I am being annoyed by the most troublesome one. She is really giving me a lot of trouble here. I'm trying to keep my focus on to my very intelligent and informative narration. However, I am getting trouble. And as you can see, she is in her mood with her stick, which she has been given strikes. I have some photos.
10 feet away from you.
10 feet, okay, good. Okay, 10 feet. All right, 10 feet away, so that's great. I can now bad talk her. She's staying 10 feet away from me. There's a 10-second delay, so I can let you know how much trouble she's creating in pausing. All right, in this one's 𝗀𝗶𝘀𝗀𝗃. Beautiful again. 𝗀𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗃, freshwater bay. 2 different beaches there. The actual Armour Rocks separate what are known as the 2 of them. 𝗀𝗀𝗃 is a fishing town that had some recent renovations going on, have all the facilities there for cleaning and selling fish. They also have some shower facilities. If you come down here and you want to get a little shower, they also have shower. Obviously it was designed, I would imagine, for the fishing folks, but you can use the facility there. There's a little parking. Down there it gets a little bit busy, so if you park, please park with some kind of consideration for others that will be parking down there as well. Don't go park broadside in 2 car parks or something. Please try and monitor what you're doing down there, because it is a little smaller area. All the fisher folks are extremely friendly. We had some of our family that came with us about maybe 7 weeks ago or something like that, when we did a walk down here, and that would have been our sulking head cheerleader, Miss Kerr, who is certainly not really that nice. Obviously, the most annoying, not troublesome, but most annoying person, Simone Thompson. We like to have our anonymity, so I'm not really call her last name again. Thompson. There are 2 of them. I want to make sure you know which one it is. And we had other people. Mary was there as well. Can't remember everybody, but we had a troublesome group. So the fisher folks down here were nice people. They were friendly. They were kind. They were very, very happy to see us. However, if you go down here now, they're probably not going to be happy at all, because I told you I had those troublesome ones with me. They created havoc. They made people come off the boats before they could even get fish out of their fish pots. They were demanding what they wanted, etc., etc. I had everybody down here super frustrated, including me. I was extremely embarrassed. That's why I didn't park down here this morning. They parked the war wagon down here, and they realized it's me again. It could be a lot of trouble. Absolutely perfect conditions this morning for down here. It's low tide was just around 4:26 or something in that time frame. So right now we're seeing the lower side. We're not even to mid tide yet. The lower side of the tide this morning. So you can see how beautiful and stunning down here is. On the beach, those are not familiar with what these are fish pots. The smaller boats, or a lot of these smaller boats out here, will do casting nets or many fish pots. They'll drop these cage. I'll show you in a second what they are. These cage items on the reefs around here, and then they would haul them and take out the fish. However, because the fish remain live in here and feed on the moss and stuff is on the reef, you don't actually have to haul it as you would if it was a trammel net. Trammel nets have to be dived twice a day or hauled twice a day. If not, the fish will rot in them. However, they do live in these here, and they can be left for a couple of days. You will most of the time find white plates or the tops of pigtail buckets on top of these here, so they can be identified quite easily when they're underwater, because sometimes they do drift. Although they're dropped with some moorings or some anchor areas, they can move around a little bit. So usually you'll find, this one does not have one, that makes me look really great right now, but usually you'll find a white items tied on the top. You'll see a couple of little pot fish in here as well. They've died, unfortunately, and left to rot. Or the fish pot, made in out of what we call chicken wire. There are heavier structures on the south coast and the east coast. They use a heavier design material, more like a steel, like a 𝗶𝗃 kind of steel, and forge them out of that, because obviously this would not take the kind of pounding over the east coast and stuff. This is mainly swamp wood. You will find like Gham Hall swamp and stuff. This stands up really well to the water and stuff and doesn't rot, so you'll find the guys cutting these out of these swamp areas and utilising them, and then you'll find them nailed together or strapped together with wire. You will see this flute like a funnel that goes down through here. I hope you'll be able to make it out with resolution. So the fish come all around here. They'll have something inside to trap them. The fish will come all around. They'll work their way into this flute and then down. And then when they try to swim out, they can't swim out because they can't find the up to come out. So that is why you'll find these here in this way they're designed. And you'll also see one on the other side as well. So this pot will be taken out and dropped. Sometimes hauled every day, depending on how plentiful the reef is of fish. Or it may be hauled every other day or every couple of days, a few days. But that's the beauty of it. It keeps the fish alive while they're actually in the water, so they can leave them for a period of time without actually having to haul it and accumulate more fish before they do that pull. So that's the fish pot. Alright, we did mention the new facilities. This is the new fish market. Morning, gentlemen. Right, they're still friendly. That's great. That means that my sulking cheerleader has not done forever damage, because she's terrible. Alright, I see something with a white top on it. I can show you all. So, this is saving grace. I was trying to explain to you all about this white top. Alright, so these kind of things like paint tops or pigtail bucket tops and stuff are put on it, so you can actually see it on the reef. In case it shifts a little bit, you can pick it up on the reef, and that's why these are put on those, really just to identify where they are in case they move a little bit from their location. Beautiful facility here, as I said. Great fish market, lovely. Now in the back here there's also Bush Bar. Bush Bar is notorious for its fried pork on Thursday nights. They also have it on other days as well, but if you like fried pork, Bush Bar, I would have to say, has probably the best fried pork on the island. They also carry other stuff as well, fish and chicken and stuff, but fried pork, Thursday night is a big night down here. It's like a Friday night at Icelands. Usually there are hundreds of people down here. It's very similar to a Lemon Arbor style, where they sell you rum by the bottle or whatever beverage you're having by the bottle, and then you will just sit there and drink all night, get your ice in little containers and sit and enjoy. So it's a beautiful, beautiful lime. So if you are ever down here, please come down and check out that, especially on the Thursday night, because that's where you really feel the culture. That's where you really see a lot of people as well. Lovely little fish town down here. You will see again, same thing we talked about on the west coast. Those of you that have not been on vlogs before, these two white columns in the air, which are buoys, these mark the actual entrance and exit for motorized craft. So if you're coming on the beach and you're taking sun or anything like that, or if you're swimming, please do not swim within these buoyed areas. This is something that's very new to Barbados. I would say maybe about 3 years. This was put up because we had a lot of problems with jet skis and motorized craft landing all over the beaches on the island, causing a lot of distress for the sea bathers and beachgoers. So they've actually put down these areas for these crafts to come in and out. So please don't set up your beach chair on the beach on the inside of this column, and please do not go and swim in there. I do it sometimes at this time of morning because there's nothing happening, but if I see a boat or anything approaching, I'm out of there in a flash because it's their area. And we also want to make sure that they have the comfort of utilizing these areas, because we don't want them to come up on the beach further down and say, well, they couldn't get up on the beach and therefore they had to come in a different area. Over on our right, I keep mentioning all the time, I had to say my brothers. Originally he was my apprentice in bodyboarding. However, he became a very dominant person in bodyboarding. Could have been probably one of the best in the world. Just want to mention that. But he went into business. Went to finance and stuff, which took all of his time. Chris Maloney. He owns a condo over here. So if you're interested, look up Freshwater Bay. If you want to find Chris directly, it's Chris Maloney. You'll find him as one of my friends on Facebook. He would welcome you, and I can guarantee you an amazing host, a great, great guy. Of course, he has to be great because he hung out for years with me. What else do you expect? Anyone that hangs around with me, I notice I've actually seen the changes in our co-star. She's now become even a more pleasant person, much nicer. That's really not true. Oh, she's here. Sorry. I'll talk about it a little later on when we get some distance between me and her. But just to let you know, she's certainly like Miss Care. She has become extremely troublesome. Unfortunately, she's taken the strike stick. So she now has the authority to give strikes, not to me of course, because I have the veto, which I'm not giving her, and I will keep that for my own use. How are you going this morning, sir? Okay, thanks very much, man. Great, man. You can see one of the happiest dogs in Barbados right now, having a walk on the beach. So happy. Thanks very much, brother. Appreciate that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So if you all are in the island, you get a chance to come and walk the section. This is the longest strip of beach besides 𝗀𝗲𝗄. However, I would say it's much better in 𝗀𝗲𝗄 for walking. You don't get all the debris and stuff on the beach. You can walk actually from up by the, I would say, by where we have the Coast Guard Division, which is up by the Flower Mill area, or by the 𝗀𝗀𝗃𝗃 Visitors Centre. And you can walk this entire way down. At high tide, you may have to go up a little bit, like on the mound by Freshwater Bay and stuff, but you can actually walk right down to 𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗃 Rock. And at low tide, you can walk beyond 𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗃 Rock in hip deep of water, right down into Prospects, and right down to Fitz Village, and right down to Crystal Cove. Is where you'll have to start swimming from there if you want to go around with the Cliff Restaurant. You also have another good friend of mine, and I'm not publicizing anything. You all would know by now, but there's some people on here who like think, oh, Nick only talks about his friends. I'm not talking about my friends. I'm talking about places that I can guarantee you great service and great facilities. Gina Parvasino from 𝗀𝗲𝗄𝗃 Cruises. This is her condo area. Again, if you're interested in getting some condo or staying in this general area, this is where you can come and stay. This is 𝗀𝗲𝗄𝗃 Cruises. And as we were talking about her condo, I will tell you 𝗀𝗲𝗄𝗃 Cruises, exceptional. I've been on it a few times, and to be honest with you, I love it. I'm not saying the others are bad. I said I've been on 𝗀𝗲𝗄𝗃 Cruises a few times. So don't come on here and say, well, Nicholas bad taught the other catamarans. That's not what I'm doing. I will only tell you what I have personally experienced, or what someone else very close to me that I can rely on can give me the feedback on. Now, I've heard great reports about all the catamarans in Barbados, and I've been on many of them. But I will tell you, I had a few trips on 𝗀𝗲𝗄𝗃 that honestly will stay in my memory forever, and it's because of their friendly team on board, their limited numbers. I got on there each time, and every time I got on there with strangers, I got off with family. So that will tell you the kind of environment. No more talk about that right now. You will remember we were down here a while back. I think last time we were here they'd already made the changes, but they used to have the Paradise Villas. You see right here, this coconut cluster. Paradise Villas was a section of Paradise Beach Hotel, which was owned by Cunard at one time. They used to use that as their main staying area for all of their crew. Well, not their crew really, but their officers, and then a lot of their guests that were coming going on cruises or getting off cruises is to stay at Paradise Beach Hotel. However, the villas were over here, a separate section by Tower Hotel, which was on the hill. Similar situation as well, but not owned by Paradise, but also had that facility. Last time we were here, a lot of derelict buildings, or the time before. A lot of derelict buildings in this general area. But now you will see that has been all taken down to put up chain link fence. Originally, I used to categorize this beach as a +4 down here because of all the buildings and the bush. I still do say a +4, but I'll show you why in a few minutes. We'll walk through a section. There's actually a spring comes underwater here, or comes underground. We haven't had a lot of rain recently, so it's not running, but it usually comes up through the beach, generally where we are. Usually it's very, very cold in this section here. It's not that cold this morning because there's no flowing water, but there is a natural spring that comes down in this general area where these rocks are. Let's go up a little bit on the top sides here for you, see a little bit more. All right, all this here, last time I said 6 weeks ago, I think it was down as far as I remember. You all know my memory already. It's so full with historical facts and figures and all kind of percentages and stuff, so I don't have room for everything, but I know for sure that this was not here, or the structure was here time before that. Lovely to see it all cleared up. I don't know what the future plans are for here. I do not know what the future plans are for Paradise either, because they had a construction site down there where they were building multi-million-dollar condos. A lot of big investors put millions of dollars into it, and then it went belly up. So it's sitting down there right now. Nothing's going on. I would say for maybe last 6 or 7 years, maybe a little longer than that. Time, as you all know, fades, hard to remember, but at least that long, maybe 10 even. That was there. Sat dormant after the Paradise Beach Hotel was flattened for many, many years. It was actually purchased originally by Sandals, and then it was taken back over by the government of Barbados because they said that they gave them a time frame to do some construction on the site. That didn't happen, and then this construction started, and unfortunately went belly up. A lot of requests were being made by the people who actually were behind the construction of the government for all kind of concessions and stuff. I know, and also loans from different entities and stuff, which was not at all positive, and therefore the government refused it, and it stopped at that. Do not know what the future plans are for there. You used to have an oil line that used to run out, or oil pipe used to run out to where the tankers used to actually take off their bulk storage and stuff that ran out through this area here. There's a perfect left that comes in off of this line where you're seeing these rocks are going out. So if you have ever heard about Paradise left, that is it, directly in the center of the screen. You see little swells that begin to form. There is no swell today to really talk about it, but if you want a lovely left, until it gets big, it only holds to maybe just overhead, and then it closes out, and then you will go down to right down there in the distance on the point where all the Kurins are. That's what they call the wave warriors, and that's where you would then turn into a right that comes from almost down by Bax Rock when it's big in the outer reef and comes in. You can see a lot of the rock sections out here, all the breaks in West Coast, shallow. So if you're surfing, you're not familiar with it, please ask someone, or if you don't want to ask someone, watch for a little while, because some coral heads do come up quite often out here. We'll give you another circle of love from here, and let you enjoy this beautiful place in peace and quiet. Hopefully the co-star will keep quiet. She does not normally keep quiet. She's behind here poking me and stuff. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it. Don't mind what she says. So here we go, circle of love. Absolutely perfect. I see some folks mentioning about how the beach is much bigger than it was. Please have a note though of the sand on the higher elevation here that's all rimply from the rains, etc., and the weathering, and see where the actual high tide is coming up to. So you're seeing a low tide right now, so at high tide the actual sea will be coming all up into this general area here where you can see swept clean. All right, unlike our other host on Saturday, who is frightened for the sea, even when she's with the world-renowned swimmer, the Bajan warrior. I'm going to take you all for a little swim now, just our sign off, and hopefully, will you be going to sea this morning? No, you will not. Will you be going to sea? No? Okay, so yes, you could, yeah. Come and hold it, come. Let's go. Alright, so anyhow. So, guys, I get a lot of torment here. She's trying to break my concentration, but as you can see, I am so awesome that she's unable to do that, even though she's trying everything possible. She knows what to do. Alright, beautiful area. Absolutely stunning. Keyring's on the end there. We did that before. We're not going to go down there that far today. We're going to stop right here. We can leave that other section for another day. So we're just going to go in and see at this section. And before we go in and see, I will just let you see again the most beautiful thing in the world. Actually, hold on a minute. I want you in the highest resolution though. I want you to see the most beautiful thing in the world. Hold on a minute though. Hold on, let me get in front of her first. The most beautiful thing in the, the most beautiful thing in the world, and the co-star. So you want to say bye to everyone this morning?
Bye.
Yeah, it was great having you all on board with us this morning.
And he lies. Every single word lies, made up.
Okay, well.
I heard you whispering too.
Okay, well, as you all can hear, she lies extremely well as well too, because I tell the truth. Everybody knows that. So, beautiful paradise area. Yeah, I'm going to have to take back over my authority for striking, because I definitely see that there are people again out of hand here. I have talked to her and we've had some tutoring this morning for like an hour, explained to her why it's so important. She only says positive things about Nick because he's positive, and don't tell lies about Nick, which she always does. Drop off in this general section, not too bad. Water a little bit murky, lots of sand moving around as you can see. So therefore, today is not as clear as it would normally be in this section of the island. But beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, we haven't had any waterborne circle of loves this morning, so we're gonna do that right now. So here's your first and only waterborne circle of love. We're then going to end off looking towards the north, and then we will say our farewell. So here we go. Thanks so much, Jewel. Just now I saw you missed a couple of words, but my autocorrect on my phone, on my smartphone did it. I saw you said, thanks so much for this beautiful walk with the best person in the world. And I know that would be me, of course, because I'm walking with you. Anyway, everyone, enjoy your day. I'll leave you a little bit of coconut limbs and stuff. As you all know, this is what I think is tropical view. Hope you're going to enjoy this. This is our photo op. We're going to end off with 20 seconds to do so. However, before we go, please remember, everything you have been seeing today has been created by our Creator. Whatever light you follow, you would know that that light that you're following has created positivity and happiness and kindness and care and love. Please remember today that everyone you come in contact with may not be as fortunate as you, may not have seen these vlogs this morning, may not have started their day with peace. Please share that peace and love and happiness and serenity that you have found this morning. No matter who they are, there's nothing wrong with a smile. If someone offends you, not a problem. You smile, you move away loving them, because that is your freedom to love people even when they give you difficulties. But move away. You don't want negatives around you too much, right? Have a great day, everyone. Love you all. Peace and love from Barbados and from our co-star, of course, who's Jeanette, and myself. We bid you farewell until Friday morning. Have a great time off and a little bit of silence for 2 days. Enjoy. Catch you all later.